Ladies and gentlemen, as we step into 2025, I have one powerful message for you. Focus only on yourself, not your neighbor, not the critics, not the distractions, you. For far too long, we have given our energy to things that drain us, to people who don't believe in us, and to opinions that have nothing to do with our purpose. Why? Why do we let the noise of the world silence the voice within us? You are your greatest investment. No stock, no real estate, no business venture will ever yield returns as powerful as the time, energy, and discipline you invest in yourself. The world may teach you to chase money, status, or approval, but the real wealth, the kind that can never be taken from you, comes from within. When you commit to self-growth, self-discipline, and self-mastery, you unlock opportunities that no amount of external validation can provide. Every single day, you are making a choice. You are either investing in yourself or neglecting yourself. Every book you read, every skill you develop, every moment of discipline, these are deposits into the bank of your future. But every excuse you make, every hour wasted on distractions, every time you prioritize comfort over growth, these are withdrawals. The question is, are you building wealth within yourself or are you depleting your own potential? The most successful people in the world are not necessarily the ones who had the most resources, the most connections, or the best luck. They are the ones who saw themselves as the best investment they could ever make. They worked on their mindset, developed their skills, and pushed themselves beyond their limits. They understood that external success is only a reflection of internal growth. Too many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect moment to start investing in themselves. They say, I'll work on my goals when I have more time, or I'll focus on my personal growth when things settle down. But time waits for no one. If you don't make yourself a priority now, when will you? The truth is, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to force you to grow. No one will drag you towards success. It is your responsibility to take control of your future. Your body, your mind, your spirit, these are your most valuable assets. Yet, how often do we take them for granted? We fuel our bodies with junk, fill our minds with negativity, and neglect the very things that bring us peace and clarity. But imagine if you treated yourself as a high-value investment. Imagine if you protected your time, your energy, and your focus the way you would protect $1 million asset. What if you guarded your mind against toxic influences? What if you prioritized your growth over momentary pleasures? It all starts with a decision. A decision to be disciplined when it's easier to be distracted. A decision to keep going when it's easier to quit. A decision to put yourself first, not in a selfish way, but in a way that allows you to become the best version of yourself. Because when you are strong, you can lift others. When you are wise, you can guide others. And when you are fulfilled, you can inspire others. But it all starts with you. You are your greatest investment. Don't waste another moment doubting it. In a world that constantly demands your attention, the ability to silence the noise and amplify your purpose is one of the greatest strengths you can develop. Every day, distractions compete for your focus, social media, negative opinions, endless notifications, and the pressure to conform to what others expect of you. If you allow these distractions to dictate your path, you will lose sight of your true purpose. The noise around you will never stop, but you can choose to turn it down. You can choose to step away from the chaos and tune into the voice within you, the one that knows exactly what you were created for. Purpose is not something you find in the opinions of others. It is not something that comes from external validation or approval. Purpose is discovered in the moments of stillness, in the quiet conversations you have with yourself when the world isn't pulling you in 100 different directions. But how often do we truly sit in that silence? How often do we disconnect from the distractions and listen to what our hearts are telling us? Too often we drown out our own intuition with unnecessary noise. We seek answers outside of ourselves when they have been within us all along. One of the greatest mistakes people make is allowing the voices of others to be louder than their own. The truth is, not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will believe in your vision. Some will doubt you, criticize you, and try to convince you to play small, but you must remember, their noise does not define you. If you listen to every voice around you, you will lose sight of your own direction. You were not meant to follow the crowd. You were meant to follow your calling, and the only way to truly hear that calling is to silence the distractions and focus on what truly matters. There is power in intentional silence. There is power in stepping away from the opinions, the chaos, and the unnecessary battles. When you stop wasting your energy on things that do not serve you, you begin to channel that energy into things that do. And that is when your purpose becomes unstoppable. Every moment spent in distractions is a moment taken away from your destiny. But every moment spent in clarity, discipline, and focus is a step closer to fulfilling what you were meant to do. You don't need the world's approval to walk in your purpose. You don't need permission to become the person you were created to be. What you need is to trust yourself enough to block out the noise and amplify the voice that matters most, your own. When you do that, something incredible happens. You start moving with confidence. You stop second-guessing yourself. You start taking action not based on fear, but based on conviction. And that is where true transformation begins. The world is loud, but your purpose is louder if you are willing to listen. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is the force that separates those who succeed from those who simply dream. In a world filled with endless distractions, the ability to stay disciplined is what determines whether you reach your full potential or fall short of your goals. Distractions are everywhere, on your phone, in your environment, in the people around you. They come in the form of entertainment, social media, negativity, and even self-doubt. The question is, will you let them control you, or will you take control of your own path? Success is not about having more talent, more resources, or more opportunities. It is about having the discipline to show up every single day, regardless of how you feel. It is about pushing forward when it would be easier to quit. Discipline is what makes an athlete train when no one is watching. It is what makes an entrepreneur work late into the night while others are out having fun. It is what makes a student study when distractions are pulling them in every direction. The truth is, discipline is not easy, but it is always worth it. Every distraction you give into takes you one step further from your goals. Time wasted scrolling through your phone, engaging in meaningless gossip, or procrastinating on important tasks adds up. It may seem harmless in the moment, but over time, those small distractions become the reason why dreams remain unfulfilled. The most successful people in the world are not those who never face distractions. They are the ones who refuse to let distractions dictate their actions. They understand that discipline is a choice, a daily commitment to prioritizing what truly matters over what is momentarily enjoyable. Discipline is not about motivation. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. If you rely on motivation alone, you will only work hard when you feel like it, and that is not enough. Discipline, on the other hand, is consistent. It is waking up early even when you feel tired. It is putting in the extra effort even when no one is watching. It is saying no to temptations that pull you away from your purpose. Discipline is what makes you unstoppable. In a world designed to distract you, staying disciplined is an act of power. It is a statement that says, I am in control of my life. The moment you choose discipline over distraction, everything changes. You start seeing progress. You start building habits that lead to success. You start separating yourself from the crowd, not because you are better, but because you are more focused. And focus is what turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. The choice is always yours. Will you let distractions win, or will you master the art of discipline? Because in the end, your success is not determined by what you wish for, but by what you consistently do. Your energy is sacred. It is the fuel that powers your mind, your emotions, and your actions. Everything you do, every goal you chase, and every relationship you maintain requires energy. But not all energy is equal, and not everything deserves your attention. The world is full of people, situations, and distractions that will drain you if you let them. If you give away your energy carelessly, you will find yourself exhausted, unmotivated, and disconnected from your true purpose. That is why protecting your energy is not just important, it is necessary. Every day you wake up with a limited amount of energy. How you choose to use it determines the course of your life. If you waste it on negativity, toxic relationships, and pointless distractions, you will have nothing left for what truly matters. But if you guard it, if you channel it into things that uplift you, challenge you, and move you forward, you will see your life transform in ways you never imagined. Your energy is like currency. You can either spend it on things that bring you value or waste it on things that leave you empty. People often give too much of their energy to things outside their control. They stress over opinions that do not matter. They engage in arguments that lead nowhere. They allow negative people to steal their peace. But the truth is, you do not have to respond to everything. You do not have to explain yourself to people who refuse to understand you. You do not have to lower your vibration just because someone else is operating from a place of anger, jealousy, or insecurity. Not everything deserves your reaction. Protecting your energy means knowing when to walk away, when to stay silent, and when to focus on what truly matters. Your environment plays a huge role in your energy levels. The people you surround yourself with either fuel you or drain you. Some inspire you, challenge you, and push you toward greatness. Others bring negativity, drama, and doubt into your life. You must be intentional about who you allow into your space. If someone constantly leaves you feeling drained, anxious, or unmotivated, it is time to set boundaries. You do not owe anyone unlimited access to your energy. Real love, real friendship, and real support do not leave you empty. They fill you with strength, confidence, and peace. Your habits also determine how your energy flows. What you consume, both physically and mentally, affects how you feel. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, comparison, and distractions, you will feel exhausted and unfulfilled. But if you nourish your body with movement, your mind with knowledge, and your spirit with peace, your energy will thrive. The more you protect and invest in yourself, the more powerful you become. Guard your energy, value your time, and focus on what truly matters, because once your energy is gone, you can never get it back. Hard work in private leads to rewards in public. The world often celebrates success, but what it doesn't see is the discipline, sacrifice, and relentless effort that happens behind the scenes. Every great achievement is built on a foundation of unseen labor, long nights, early mornings, and a commitment to excellence when no one is watching. It is easy to admire the rewards, the recognition, and the accomplishments of others, but what many fail to understand is that those rewards are the result of years of dedication that went unnoticed. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stagnant is not luck or talent. It is the willingness to do the hard work when there is no applause, no validation, and no immediate results. It is in those quiet moments of struggle, repetition, and perseverance that true success is forged. The athlete who trains when no one is cheering, the entrepreneur who works tirelessly while others sleep, the student who studies when distractions are tempting, these are the people who eventually see their efforts pay off in ways the world cannot ignore. The process of growth is often lonely. It requires shutting out distractions, saying no to instant gratification, and pushing through discomfort. Many people give up too soon because they don't see results fast enough. They expect success to come quickly, and when it doesn't, they become discouraged. But real progress is not always visible in the beginning. Seeds take time to grow beneath the soil before they break through the soil, before they break through the soil. The same applies to hard work. Just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean your efforts are wasted. The truth is, most people want the rewards, but are unwilling to endure the process. They want recognition without effort, success without struggle, and greatness without sacrifice. But life does not work that way. Those who rise to the top are the ones who put in the work long before anyone notices. They embrace the grind, they stay consistent, and they trust the process. Even when it seems like nothing is happening, then one day everything shifts. The results become undeniable and the world takes notice. But by then it is too late for those who didn't put in the work. When you commit to excellence in private, your results will speak for themselves. There will come a time when your dedication, discipline, and sacrifices will be revealed for all to see. The recognition will come, the rewards will follow, and people will call it success. But you will know the truth. It wasn't luck, it wasn't overnight, and it wasn't easy. It was years of unseen effort, of showing up when no one cared, of believing in yourself when no one else did. That is what sets you apart. That is what creates lasting success. So keep working, keep pushing, and keep grinding, because the rewards will come. And when they do, the world will know exactly who you are. 2025 belongs to those who stay committed, not to those who start with excitement but give up when things get tough. Not to those who wait for the perfect conditions before taking action. Not to those who talk about their goals but never put in the work. This year will not be won by the most talented, the most fortunate, or the most popular. It will belong to the ones who refuse to quit, the ones who remain focused, disciplined, and unwavering in their pursuit of success. Commitment is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who let them slip away. It is easy to set goals at the beginning of the year, to feel motivated when everything is fresh and full of possibilities. But what happens when the excitement fades? What happens when challenges arise, when the process becomes difficult, when the results are slower than expected? This is where most people lose momentum. They give in to distractions, fall back into old habits, and convince themselves that success is just not meant for them. But those who stay committed know the truth. Success is not about luck, it is about endurance. The people who will thrive in 2025 are the ones who keep going even when no one is watching. They are the ones who wake up every day and put in the work whether they feel like it or not. They understand that results do not come overnight, but through consistent effort over time. They do not seek shortcuts because they know that true success is built through discipline and perseverance. They embrace the struggles, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. Staying committed means eliminating excuses. It means taking responsibility for your actions, your progress, and your future. Too often, people blame circumstances, time, or other people for their lack of results. But the truth is, commitment is a choice. It is a decision that must be made daily, regardless of external conditions. You will never always feel motivated, but if you are truly committed, you will show up anyway. Distractions will try to pull you away. There will be moments when quitting seems easier than continuing. There will be times when doubt creeps in, making you question whether all the effort is even worth it. But those who stay committed do not let temporary feelings dictate their actions. They push forward with faith, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is moving them closer to their goals. By the end of this year, two types of people will emerge: those who gave up when things got difficult, and those who stayed committed and saw the rewards of their persistence. The choice is yours. Will you be someone who lets obstacles stop you, or will you be the one who keeps going no matter what? Because in 2025, the ones who refuse to quit, the ones who stay focused, and the ones who commit fully to their goals will be the ones who rise to the top.